Okay, we're going to learn a little of Nosson and Ki Tavo. It says you should take from the first fruits of course, Shivas Aminim, that's what Bikurim is about. You bring it up to the Beis Hamikdash. Right? So when you bring the Bikurim to the Beis Hamikdash, you have to be misvadeh, to confess, to mention Hashem's kindness and wonders on us, His nation, that He chose us from all nations. That's something we can't really, it's inexplicable to us. Why are we chosen? I don't know. It's just a chesed, just a kindness. We have no idea. No idea. No idea. So we say, Arami Ovid Ovi, V'yer Mitzrayim. Right? Lavan, Chazal explained that Lavan wanted to destroy everything. And Lavan was Bilam, an aspect of Amalek, as is well known. So it says Bilam, he was the spiritual father of Amalek. He was their guiding light. Don't worry about the Torah, do your thing, it's fine. Like, this was his thing, right? That's the main Zomas HaNachash, the main filth of the Nachash is these inyanim. These things, the main filth of the Nachash. Yeah. They want to uproot the Jewish people entirely, Chas v'shalom, to overpower them. All these taivas come from the Nachash. And to uproot us, Chas v'shalom, whatever way we can. But Hashem does not leave us in His hands. First, He had mercy on us. He gave us the Torah that fixes everything. And that's why the Bikurim is brought, fixes the sin of other Rishon. Throws out Lavan and Amalek, this Zomas and Nachash, this negativity from the Jewish people. They have a grasp on the sweetness of honey, right? Which alludes to the types of this world. They start out, they seem to be very, very sweet, but if a person doesn't do it in the right way, so then they come out to be really bitter instead of sweet. So the main, most difficult type to overcome, I mean, he sometimes says money actually, but in this particular piece he says is Isha. Women. A woman, it's hard. It's not the easiest, it's the hardest type to overcome. So that's why Dvash, is brought in Sfarim, is Gematria Isha. And that's where you have to work the hardest as much as possible to think about the fact that the person it comes out to be very bitter. It's a bitter thing, it's not a good thing. It's a good thing when it's B'Kedusha, a person's married the way he's supposed to be, but if not, Chas v'shalom, it's a very terrible thing. That's why when we've been talking about Goya B'chalal is the Shachsit's Karis. Kanim Pagim Boy, which is Tama Goya is Karis. He has rice. But not only that, even the Jewish person, so you have a problem of need. The need is pretty serious stuff. But besides the need, there's also Karis. Even if it's not need, the Zohar says a person stealing from Hashem. He's stealing from Hashem. Because the brachas, the person makes the share brachas. The brachas, they keep going. They continue. They have a continuity, the brachas. They have a continuity. So what that means is, that every time a person with his wife, so then those brachas are chal on him. Because otherwise, a person, even if she's not needing everything's good, so then it's totally not, it's not the way it should be. There's no brachas. Besides that, there are many, many big yisurim which is very easy to fall into. And the person has to work very hard on, even when they're married, you have to work on this. Not to have the wrong types of thoughts, and not to have all sorts of different things. Even during it's very easy to get, it's the type that sucks a person in. It's very easy to lose into this place. It's very easy. In Bells, the first year of marriage, they don't let a young man have the first year to get down for them. So who knows what you're thinking? You have to get used to until you get things together. 1 year, one woman, no, but otherwise a person's with another. Every person's a person. It can be very complicated. Marriage and stability, it's a different thing. We hope the schus, the ksuba, all these good things will be zoichet to kedusha the way it should be. But otherwise, it's very, very hard. It's mamish not pashut. Mamish not a pashut thing, not an easy thing. So that's our main milchama. Bringing Bikurim, which some of Bikurim is Bechin of Dvash, right? Tamar, we have this Bechin of Dvash. So that fixes this. This is also, by the way, beforehand. We just have to know that there's a different time. We use the dvash of a bee, but we use dvash in the simanim on Rosh Hashanah. Because dvash not reach, we want to be zeichet to be mantik. This Indian, and it should be the kedusha, and should have holy thoughts and holy connection. That's part of why we use honey specifically, because this is Indian. Because here it's also you make dvash out of some of the seven minim. Right, it's morning. So that's why we say about, we mentioned Lavan and Amalek. Lavan, we were alluding to Amalek and all these things, all these problems. That's the main Zermas and Nachash, and that's how we fixed and that's the way you erase Zecher Amalek. Zecher to Kedushas Israel. That's why we got the Torah on Shavuos, and that's when we start bringing Bikurim. Right, because that's the time Bikurim, because the Torah is the way to nullify the Bechin of Amalek. Well, these inyanim, the main thing is the Torah, and to connect to the Torah, to connect to really connect to Torah, to Nishma, wanting Hashem, wanting good, wanting to connect, wanting to do. Alright, Sheshas B'Zeicha Tzedok. Maybe the case Chalchis, that's Bikurim, connecting to Hashem, the Emes.